Okay, so we are live on YouTube. Say hello to YouTube. Hello, today I'm here with Vanessa, Emilio, Charles, Mariana, and Jessica. We're gonna discuss about language, the process of learning, what works for you or doesn't. And we have 10 questions to discuss as usual. And the most important thing is to start by presenting ourselves, so we can get to know a little bit more about ourselves. Like I said, my name is Sarah. Right now I'm working with sales. I've been a hostess here on Talking Talk because I really wanted to develop other skills in English. I wanted to be more, to develop my leadership, my communication skills as well, and to have the chance to make new friends. And that's why I'm here. It's been a pleasure. And I'm so glad to be with you today. That's it for me. And how about you, Emilio?
Everyone. So my name is Emilio. I'm 36. Was born in Natal and maybe. Sorry.
Can you talk a little bit
Sorry.
louder? Oh,
The
it's great
microphone,
now.
yeah. Microphone was not on. So
It was
sorry,
like a
guys.
miracle, kind of just started to.
It's
Sorry,
good now.
guys. Hello, good evening. My name is Emilio. I'm 36. I was born in Natal, but I'm living here in Osasco, close to São Paulo. And I work as IT consultant. And so, and I'm here to improve my communication skills too, and improve my conversation. That's it.
Thank you, Emilio.
Thank you.
Mariana, can you go now?
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, good evening. This is Mariana from São Paulo, especially for East Zone. Emilio, so glad to know that you're from Oz. I used to go to Oz. My friend used to live there. So, I'm 38. I'm working real estate. I'm a civil engineer, and I am attending some classes in Talking Talk. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys. That's it.
Thank you so much, Mariana. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you like the conversation, okay? And Diego, can you go now? I think he's connecting. I'm gonna go with Charles. Charles.
Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Lopes, 42, married to daughter. I was born in Brasilia, but I live in one gorgeous region called the Amazon Forest, exactly in Santarém City, Pará States. Yes, wow, Vanessa, wow. It's a stunning region. That's it. My profession is agriculture engineer, and nowadays I work as a satellite images analyst. I do surveillance in the Amazon. That's it. A little bit about me.
Thank you so much. It's always good to see you here. I hope you keep practicing. And I believe I saw you in the French classes as well.
Yes.
Are you still coming?
It's a pleasure to be here with you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, Diego.
Hello, guys. Sorry for my late. I was in a meeting, important meeting in my job, but I'm here now. And I'm so proud to be here too. I'm 35 years old. I live in Campinas, countryside São Paulo state, near to São Paulo capital. I work with data in a marketing agency. I have one team who worked in the reports about the advertising campaigns to the big clients. I like my job. I'm here on TNT since February 2021. I like this place. For me, it's a good way to improve English, to make more friendship, and to be part of a huge community around the language. And English is so interesting to our lives, not something for job purposes, but for our self-development, for improve our intelligence, a lot of things. Yeah. And thank you, Sarah, for this moment and for the topic. It's so interesting, the topic today.
I really appreciate your presence. I hope you like, because our conversations, I think it's always so productive, you know. So I like to be with the new people and the people I already know, you know, because I can have a great conversation as well.
Very good.
So, since Vanessa talked a little bit about herself, is there
Okay.
anything else you'd like to say?
No, I am 45 years old. I'm married and I have a son. I live in São Paulo too, Tatuapé, and I am a procurement manager. And I am here to improve my skills about the communication, because I am looking for a new job, and I am sure that these skills will help me a lot. So it is.
Yeah, not only about English, but about, like I said, communication with different people, to be less shy, maybe.
Exactly, it is. For
It's
me,
really-
it's difficult to talk with people that I don't know, and the fear of the judgment. So for me, it's terrible. So I force myself to be here and participate in it is.
Yeah, this is a safe space. Like I said, I'm not gonna correct you, but if you have some doubts, I can help you, me or the colleagues here in the room, okay? Just feel comfortable. I hope you like it.
Okay, thank you.
Let me just ask you something. How did you meet TNT? It was on social media, your friends?
Me was through the LinkedIn, and with the contact with Philip. So I follow him a long time, and now I decide to
that's great.
join with us.
It was the same thing with me. I found on LinkedIn as well. I was just curious.
Yeah,
to know.
it's true. And
Me either, actually. It was through LinkedIn. Awesome.
yeah. I think
Very
really
that
effective.
I
Very
think that
effective.
LinkedIn is the most it's the better way to be connected with you. I think it's
Yeah.
he is very committed in this network.
So I was posting about TNT and to English tips as well. I think I didn't like LinkedIn at first, but since I had to join because I needed a new job, I started to use more, and now I kind of like it, you know, because it's really relevant for our development, as you said, Vanessa.
Yep.
So guys, let's start with the first question. I like to do something like I'm gonna answer the question and then I choose the next person, so I'm not gonna talking too much and everyone has a chance to speak. Okay. So the first question is what is fluency for you? In my opinion, I'd say fluency is something really when the language comes natural to you, you know, when you don't have for example, in Portuguese, I do have to speak, to think, to speak in some points, especially if it's about a presentation or something really important, a serious environment, you know. But if it comes in a more natural way and I don't feel like searching for the right words, I think fluency, it's about that. It's about feeling comfortable in different environments. And for example, with English, we have people from Australia, from Africa, from countries in Africa who speaks English and a lot of different accents. And if you feel comfortable in these situations, I think you're fluent because you can speak with different people, with different cultures, and as well, for me, it's hard to understand sometimes the scientific matter, you know, like a more difficult article, something like that. So if you go to a daily basic English situation to a more complex one, I think you can consider yourself fluent. But I don't know if it's a close concept, you know, because some people, it's different for people. It's in my opinion, it's about how natural it is to you. That's what I'd say. Do you agree, Diego?
Yes, I agree with you. We have different stages of the fluency. I agree. We have different on Portuguese. We use the word not scenarios, but it's I forgot the word, guys. But it's a kind of a levels. For example, we don't use the same language level in the pub that we use it in front of our director, for example. Yeah. This fluency, it's, in my opinion, it's about make yourself understood for the other people. When the people understand your conversation, your way to communicate something, I think that's you are some kind of fluency. Yeah. A lot of people understand the fluency like be fluent like a native guy. It's not. It isn't. I totally agree with this point. Yeah, like you said, make a clear communication. Simple can be simple, not with so many different words and different vocabulary, but clear and make understandable to other people. It's my opinion. What do you think, Vanessa?
As my husband always told me, if you can communicate in, for example, in another country, and without to be starving, without if you can communicate and to be okay, it's not in danger, you are fluent. And for me, it's this kind of concept. It's different because normally the companies ask us a fluence level, but when they test us, it's not fluence that they want.
Yep.
They want proficiency. So it's different. For me, fluence, it is if you can understand and to be understand too. So when you feel comfortable to talk and to talk and to give opinion, and for me it's more like this than this kind of level that the companies ask us. And Charles, what is your opinion about?
Oh, I will only agree with you. I don't think there are something for me add, and I think in the same direction. Diego brings something, Sarah bring other thing, and that's it for me. I agree with Diego. Have a lot of levels of fluency, and when you can understand other person talking other language, and when you can express your thoughts, your feelings well, okay, that's it for me. How about you, Emilio? How is the weather? It's a little cold here over there in São Paulo.
Yeah, Chad, it's a little cold here. It's like, I don't know, maybe 16 degree, yeah, maybe. So, in my opinion, fluency would be when you can communicate, as everybody said, and when you can create or change some word in a discussion, or you can some argument, some things. My opinion, it's that's not like proficiency like the next two question, but fluency is like that. We can communication. If you can communication, you can understand what people say, no matter the accent that people are saying. It's fluency for me. And what about you, Mariana?
So guys, the question is, what is fluency, in my opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Fluency, that tricky question, right? Because I think it's the capacity to express yourself in an effective way and able to have a common conversation. But it depends of the topic, because in English, it will be really difficult to talk about science or politician. It depends of the topic, I would say that. Because even in Portuguese, if someone kind of start to say, talk about, I don't know, even though I'd like to know, but P and L, I would say, I don't know many things about that. So even in Portuguese, I would be that proficient person. And so I think is it.
Yeah, one point about the level of conversation. Yeah, for example, one English conversation in the Charlie's job, it's totally different that the conversation that I have on my job. Yeah, for me, it's very important to understand how can I talk about the huge numbers. Yeah, 1 million, 1,000 millions of reals invested on the Facebook media, and you have 30 millions reach. Understand the metrics for me is very important. Reach, CTR, clicks, yeah, connect rate, so important for me. But for other people, like Charles, for example, I don't know, but I think that's very different. The one fluency conversation on his job, for example, yeah. And I think that we have levels. It's so one conversation that one tourist start in the exit of an airport, for example, with one taxi driver. It's very different, the level of this conversation. This guy could be fluent in this situation, but in another, it's different, yeah? For one native, for example, I don't have the fluency talk about the agriculture, for example, like Charles had, yeah? That's the point, yeah? One word that you used, Mariana, is so interesting for me. It's the key for this question, effective communication. This word is so interesting for me, yeah? Effective communication. That's the topic. We are apegados, I don't know in English, in the accent, for example. I don't know you guys, but we are very shame about our accent, our pronunciation, a little bit different, yeah? Our tongue is very different, but when you talk with big guys like directors, it's kind of CEO guys, they talk without this preoccupation, yeah? They talk with personal accents. My current boss, it's so interesting to see this topic and this behavior about the fluency.
Yeah, for sure. And you got probably most of you guys have seen some Indian people talking English. I think that they
difficult.
Nailed the language in itself. They are really kind of focused on grammar, etc., but which are such strong accent. But
yeah.
I think that we don't have to be ashamed of accent, not at all.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, actually. In Sarita, I have seen some people from north to east that is speaking English. Is so good. You can see that.
Yeah, the accent is so interesting. Yeah. I use it to talk with Indian guys, because all of these big accounts like good companies, big companies, they use the technology from India because it's cheapest than other countries. And I have to talk with these guys. It's like this. we are here to talk to you about the problem that we have on the website. But it's understandable. It's not so different. The accent is different, but the grammar is the same. Are the same, yeah?
Yeah, maybe we should use the same level of understanding to ourselves that we use to other people. Because when someone else is trying to speak English to me, even if the pronunciation is wrong, as I make mistakes, I'm trying to make my best to understand. But when I make a mistake, I'm like, oh, the other person didn't understand anything I said, because with myself, I'm a little bit harder than I am with others. I think everyone can relate with that a little bit. And I try to think something like, oh, if I don't know how to speak about this in Portuguese, why shouldn't I feel like I have the obligation to know how to speak in English, Not that I can't learn. I can't learn and improve and get more knowledge to talk about any subjects I want, but I should have I should be more fair, with myself and with other people who are trying to learn. I really like the points you bring because it's about context, about culture, and about like you said, workspace or in an informal situation as well. So let's pass to the next question. Question number 2. Does language make the personalities of each nationality different? I'm gonna start with Vanessa. What do you think?
It seems to me that yes, the fluency and the accent became each country very, very different each other's. So, for example, Italians speaking singing.
Yeah, that's it.
It's totally different. Germany, and on the other hand, the sound is guttural, and it's different, and this makes the difference, and it makes to be particular in this in our culture and then their culture. So, and for me, it is the beauty of the language, the nationality, because it's different, and we may, we need to stop to pretend to be like American or an English guy. We are Brazilian. We have this accent, and it's okay. I did 2 interviews last week with American guy, but he's probably because his appearance is Indian descendant, but he is American, and it's okay because they don't care about this. We are more preoccupied than other people. So, and for me, it's essential to have this difference between nationalities and because this does the personality of the people, the one country, their country. And Mariana, what do you think?
Guys, please update me about the question.
Question number 2. Does language make the personalities of each nationality different?
Is in the chat? I can see, guys, the questions.
You can't see?
No, I can see.
I'm gonna share with you. But
Okay.
okay, okay, I posted.
Okay. Those languages make the personalities of each other nationality different. Maybe. Maybe. I want to say yes. It's different personalities from Latin people, from then people from the States and Europe. At the time that I was doing exchange program, we used to see that. In fact, when Latins are talking, it's a little bit different. And I have some friends from Europe. They are much formal talking, sometimes so difficult to get. What we try to say in an informal conversation used to be kind of just keep it in that without too much in a formal way. So yes, it is, from my opinion.
Okay, I'd say I agree with you girls because it's really complicated to not be different, because the culture, all the things that might have an impact in that. For example, my English teacher once told me he German. I don't remember if it was German. He was abroad, and the guy said to him, "Shut up," like straight forward, But here we don't have this habit, especially in the workplace, because we're more like, "Oh, could you please speak a little less?" Or we give some. We try to be more polite to not. We are worried about the opinions, the not hurting other people's feelings. I'm not saying they don't have feelings because they speak like that, but for us it's really rude to express in such a short way. And for example, when I'm speaking, I can see that myself, the differences when I'm speaking English, when I'm speaking Portuguese. I think when I'm speaking English I'm more a little bit shy, even though I try not to be, but it's common because it's not my comfort zone, like Portuguese. I can be more, I can tell jokes in Portuguese. In English, I'm like, oh, if the people don't understand, so it's really different. And I try to adapt a little bit to the person who's listening to me. So if the person is for another country, I'm not going to speak in a way only a Brazilian person would understand, I'm trying to change a little bit. So I'd say yes, it's different. What do you think, Diego?
Yeah, I agree with Vanessa. And you too, Sarah and Mari, in a different ways, but I agree. When we see the root of the language, we have one culture behind the structures of the language, and this culture is different in a different countries. For example, when you see the Latin America Spanish, the Argentinian guys talk in a different way that the Chilean guys. Colombian guys talk totally different of the Peru, I don't know in English, Peru, I don't know, guys. Here in Brazil, we have different accents in different states, so common regions, and in the other countries too. Like Vanessa said, I understand that the Germans talk like one sergeant guy in one army, for example. Yeah, it's so huge. That's the language. I can imagine one mother and make one little child sleeping in Germany. It's so different. But when you see the French is so beautiful. It's a language so interesting. The accent is so beautiful. And the use of the words, more stressful words, very different. And this help us to understand more about that culture, this people on English. When you talk with the American guys and the England guys, the England guys is more formal. It's very the accent, the pause. I don't know the pause. between the words. It's so different. I'm on a few days ago, I watched one movie, one England movie. It's so different that the movies that or TV series that we watched in English. It's so interesting to understand it's other culture. The American guys is more practical. It's totally different. Yeah. So I agree with the topic, this topic on the question. And you, Emilio, what do you think?
Yeah, guys, I totally agree with you. Like everybody said, but I think that not only the language can make each nationality different, but the culture and the people and the place too. Like we said, like Brazil and Portugal, we speak the same language, but we are very somehow different. That's it. And how about you, Charles? What do you think?
Yes, man, I will follow in the same line and agree with everyone. Let me explain my way to think about personality. So for me, each person have the unique personality. So I think this thought drive my answer. And I one more time will use clever words from Vanessa, because that's exactly this. This is the march of the diversity, all right? I think that's it. Everyone brings some points, and this point together show what exactly is the difference. That's it.
Thank you, Charles. I was thinking about Anita. I don't know if you saw her video. He was being interviewed by a Portuguese guy, and she was like, "What?" And I thought that's so fun because she can speak English and Spanish, a little bit French, I guess. When it comes to Portuguese, that is something that is supposedly close to our language. She had issues because it's not the language is something that's alive in a way, so it's different depending on the person. It can be easier or harder for you to understand. So I think it's really about the person who is speaking as well. It's a part of the process. So since we talked a little bit about the third question, I'd like to skip to the fourth one. What is your opinion about level? It isn't important to know your level of English. I'd like to start with Mari. What do you think?
Okay. My opinion about level, I think that level is, it seems that if you know your level, you know that you can push yourself, okay, and keep improving that. In fact, it's important to know your level of language. I believe so. I used to teach in English in NOG. Guys, I just missed the word, but I think this is important because you know that you have to keep yourself focused to improve. If you know that kind of, okay, my level is basic, I'm trying to push myself to intermediate level, so you can put your attention and work to keep that up. I think is it.
That's great. How about you, Vanessa? I agree with you, by the way. Totally.
I think that is important when you go to school or the company, but in the real life, I think not, because the important is to communicate and to be understandable. And when you start to talk with someone, you don't ask them what's your level. My level is C1, B1, B2. No. And for me, it's important when when, for example, in a vacancy, I saw it's important to be at least C1. Okay, I know that I am B2 and I don't have this level. It's okay. And or in a language school, it's the same, because we need to we need to put the same the people with the same level in the same class. It's okay. But in the day, in the reality, I think that's not important. And it's important if you understand, and if you can communicate it to pass the information. For me, it is. And Emilio?
Yeah, I agree. It's important to know about your level, but sometimes it's hard to measure which level you are. But it's important always to find which level you are, and try to to focus on what you don't know, and the gaps you have in your study. I think that's it. And what about you? Who is Charles or Diego? Charles, can be Charles.
All right, man. Thank you for choosing me first.
Because I don't know who already answered.
All right. No, I think Diego need to answer after me. I have problem with before and after. Sorry for that. And I think it sometimes seems boring, but I need to agree one more time. And that's it. Have a lot of scales. Scales have a lot of rules, réguas. And I think we need to pay attention. Maybe your score is well in some tests, but it's not too good in other tests. I think you should feel comfortable with yourself. And like Vanessa, one more time I will mention it here. If you will do some school, or maybe if you need for one company, maybe it's necessary, maybe it's important, but for you have a relationship with other person around the world, I think it's don't matter. So, Mr. Diego,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Yeah, thank
Sorry
you.
for jump first.
Yeah, level, it's in my opinion, it's a tool to understand more about I will put in a different way. Yeah, if you need to validate your level for one master degree or one technical work, for example, I think the level is important for you. But in my opinion, we don't have a relationship between the level and the fluency, because I know a lot of guys with the most advanced level in English, but they don't talk one conversation like ours. Yep. That's it, my opinion.
Thank you, Diego. I totally agree with you. It's about how much you're gonna put your English to work, and it's really important to have this, like Emilio said, I totally agree. It's hard to measure sometimes because maybe you take a test who says one thing and the other says different. And for example, we have tests that don't measure speaking, but it's about the way you can develop with the language. I think it's really important. And I really like when we have the chance to discuss this, because here on Talking Talk, we can talk with no matter your level, but you can understand, we can understand each other because everyone has interesting ideas to share. It's not about how huge is your vocabulary, it's about how you can express yourself in English, you know? I really enjoy your opinion.
Sorry, sir. One thing that I know exactly now, it's this meeting, it's high level for me. That's it.
I think you're doing great because you can follow everything, you can share your ideas, and with the time you get more and more comfortable, you know, and it's about that.
It's a compliment for you guys. High
You're
level.
doing great. You're doing
Thank
great.
you.
We are here to improve everyone's
You're
vocabulary.
welcome.
And
The last question, can I
We have-
say, okay, you guys can choose,
ahead.
but number 7 is,
okay, I'm gonna
So,
give it to you. Number 7, you can read and answer.
okay. Okay, no, it's not number 7. Okay, number 9. To be fluent in English in 3 months. What is your opinion about the coach? Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's possible, guys?
I think that's scam.
Am I the one to answer that? Okay.
Go ahead.
So, and I already have subscribed in a course, that wouldn't say that. Okay, I think everything's possible. It depends on the person, right? For sure. But it's kind of difficult to be fluent in 3 months. I don't know. It depends on the line of the linha de aprendizado.
Learning line. I don't know.
Learning lining, because I am the kind of the person that I'm learning something and then I just forget everything about this topic and I study again. It depends on the learning line. But I would say that it's possible to have a great English if you be committed to that in 3 months. I believe so. I've seen an interview of a guy that's Matteo Tomoto, that now is kind of a coach of how to get MBA abroad. And he just got the permission to go to Harvard because he has known how to speak English in 3 months. So it's difficult to say, when you're committed with something, everything's possible. But it's difficult. It's not for everyone.
Not fluent, like you said, a pretty great level, and you can grow from there, you know. I agree with you. Guys, we don't have much time, but let me see. Who wanna answer this question? Who wants to answer? Emilio, maybe? You're muted. You're muted. Your mic is off.
Sorry, can you repeat again? I choose another question, another person.
Do you think it is possible to become fluent in 3 months?
Okay, like Mariano said, I totally agree with what Mariano said. Nothing is impossible. It's possible, but you have to very commitment and really focus and study hard. But I think that in English, study English is a process. It's a language that is very different than we speak. Portuguese is very, very, very different. It's that we have some word that is similar, but it's another language completely different. And we see a lot of English school or people selling course that promise or that sell that you can be fluent in 3 months, but I don't believe so that's possible. But if you study, like we said, if you study hard, if you have commitment, it's be possible, but it's not easy.
Yeah, it depends on how much time you have as well.
Yeah.
How much you can give from your time, if you have a specific goal, or you just wanted to learn to develop yourself, you know. It depends. I agree with you. So people now are back. We have people from the other rooms. Phil, Ulysses, Juliana, Deborah. Let me see who I'm gonna choose. I wanna know how was the conversation in the other rooms. I'm gonna start with Ulysses. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh. Thanks for coming. How it was a conversation for you?
Oh, it was good. The theme of this conversation was very good about language, and it was very easy to speak, and it's a relevant subject.
So I have a question for you. Question number 10. Do you think being fluent means understanding everything people say to you?
No, I don't think that everything, but most of the things. Like if you can understand the meaning of like what the people are trying to say, it's enough to be fluent. You don't need to know a specific the meaning of the word. For example, my tongue is not working very well today. But I think
even in Portuguese, we don't understand everything. So why should we in English?
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And let me see who else. Jessica. Hello. Was it your first time?
First time, but I don't speak English yet. But in TNT, I'm feeling good and safe for talking, and I practice. It's very good.
That's great. Thanks for coming. I'd like to know for you one question, okay? Do you agree with people who correct you all the time when you're trying to speak in English? How do you feel when this happens? Jessica?
Oh, sorry. I
How-
don't understand.
I can repeat, no problem. I asked, how do you feel when people correct you in English? Do you agree with that or no?
Depend. Sometimes I ask for correct me. It's in TNT. It's is safe, and I think it's can correct me.
It's important to be humble, you know, and but not to let people like judge you. But I agree with you. If
Yeah.
you have a safe space and you can ask for help, I don't see why not. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Guys, I posted here 2 links. The first one is for survey. You can give your feedback, a score if you want, and you can suggest your topics, for example. The second one is for you to get more information on TNT. Like I said at the beginning, you can have classes, you can book, and you can learn another languages like French, Spanish, German, and Italian. And I have one more question, but first, Phil, would you like to say something?
No, just to say that you need to practice as much as you can. There's no way to run.
Yeah. I asked because sometimes he give us some advice, you know, something about TNT.
Yeah, no.
He wants to share.
Yeah, I think for some people that have been joining the meetings, the free plan is over, so we are not going to renew the free plan. So we have this trial plan. So for those who subscribe for the free plan, it's going to be the last time. And if people want to be a part of the community and to speak as much as you can sign up in the platform. And we are changing a little bit in the website just to make things more clear. So, and any questions you can talk to us on WhatsApp or by email.
If I can make one advice, guys, we're talking about fluency, yeah? And on TNT, we have the opportunity to talk with different people, with different topics, in a different ways, in a different time spot. It's so interesting because it's the real situation that we will be in one conversation, on a real conversation. Yeah, it's so interesting, guys. If you have the doubt about if I can or not, I would or not subscribe the Pro plan, it's my advice. Yeah, go deeply because it's so interesting, so good, and if I can make me understandable nowadays, it's because I started on TNT. I make a lot of I made a lot of English courses on my life, but here we have the opportunity to speak, and we have a good ambient. We have a good community. The hostess, the structure. It's so interesting, guys. If one of you have any doubt, can talk to me on LinkedIn, I don't know, on the WhatsApp group, yeah? But it's so interesting, and each reel that I put here, it's the best investment that I made on this year.
Yeah, I couldn't have said better. Thank you so much. Your statement makes me happy because it's about everything you shared. Guys, the third link I shared here is about YouTube. You can see yourself speaking. Vanessa, we don't have a lot of time, but just quickly, can you share some thoughts about this meeting? Did you like it?
Yes.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, sure. I really enjoyed the environment to talk, and the questions are very interesting too. And it is. For me, for example, I will try to do almost that I can, because it's important to practice and within the theory, but here it's more important because it's here that we can effectively talk and express ourselves. So for me, it was a great opportunity. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. If you have any doubts about TNT, talk with Diego. I'm kidding. But just to have a different perspective, maybe you want to know about the people, the users, not only the hostess. But that's it. I hope you have a nice night. Keep coming to TNT. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Everybody,
It was a
see ya.
pleasure,
Bye-bye.
guys. Have a